Hello and welcome to this promotional vehicle for nopa.org.uk. My name is Ian Pelham-Turner and it's been presented by positivebritain.co.uk in conjunction with ALB UK Television. So today I have with me Marlene Ford and Jackie Sear. Welcome, ladies. So on your website, nopa.org.uk, you have what you do. So you support children, parents and teachers. Marlene, first of all, just give me a quick insight into what that actually means.
Okay. What that means is we work in school and the children who have got behavior and emotional issues are referred to us. And we work with the children, parents and teachers to actually resolve whatever the underlying issues are and place them back into their classroom.
And you've discovered this is the best method, I know, because you've been going 30 years now.
Yes, because what it is, we provide the children with is one of probably about 5 different therapy. So depending on what the therapy thinks suits that particular child. So it could be play therapy, drama therapy, talking therapy, or creative therapy.
And I know, Jackie, that it started off really as almost sort of finding values in entertainment for disconnected teenagers when it first started. How important is that still part of the organisation to actually make young people feel that they can create sort of something special for themselves?
I think it's just like the underlying theme throughout all of the organisation's activities. The organisation started out and still does do performing arts and vocal training in the community and has annual events and performances in the community that engage with the wider community. The fact is in schools creativity has been limited because of pressures on the schools to do the curriculum. Yeah. So that's left children unable to express themselves in many ways. Yeah. So creativity, arts, drama, singing, any kind of performing arts is a real way of helping young people express themselves and understand how to talk.
And Marlene, what age group do you actually sort of work with these days?
Okay, we start from primary school age. So they started from as young as nursery.
Really?
Yes, because you've got children as young as nursery.
Really?
Who has got issues. It could be domestic violence, it could be abuse that is actually affecting that child behavior within the nursery environment.
Gosh.
So those children is being worked with by working through that they can explore, and we may use our art media in the way for that child to express themselves. And while working with that child, we work with the child and parents and the teacher.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So, I mean, where does this experience come from? So you've really learned over many, many years, I know, you've built up really the portfolio of Nopa. So when you first started Nopa, did you envisage it doing what it does today?
Not really, but because we're an action research organization, we follow the growth of the actual project. And wherever it leads us, then we create the need at that particular time. And it just actually grow in and form its own, take its own shape and form its own future, basically.
And finally, Jackie, again, we were just discussing the values of Nopa right now. How valuable is this entertainment side, perhaps a more positive, happy side to Nopa? How important is that for the charity and the organisation?
I mean, Marlene's probably the best person to talk about this, but I think that it gives a more accessible way of accessing services. So the therapeutic services are embedded in the performing arts. It might be more easy for somebody to go and do a singing class, but access some kind of confidence building and maybe getting a bit of support and advice about where they can get help. You know, so that's why it's a kind of a valuable organisation, is because it's actually providing a wider access to mental health and support services.
And do you think, Marlene, sorry, I was just thinking, you know, with singing, dancing and so on, does it release a tension within students, do you think, that where they found something they can really enjoy and do?
It's funny you asked that, Ian, because when a lot of the students, they themselves are surprised in terms of what they've actually discovered about themselves, because some of them honestly come because they want to train their voice, and they find themselves on a growth journey and basically discovering things about themselves that they have no idea that they were capable of doing. And the interesting thing is, we ourselves don't really know what is going to come from each individual. All we can see is the changes, the positive changes, as they develop their confidence and as they take on their new growth journey. And those students leads into all different sorts of career in the end, which they are able to feed back into the community.
Have you seen a lot of positive results over the years?
Tons. So for example, we have a mother who had 5 children. All her life she was on the system, and once she started to have the training with us, within about a year she got up in the middle of one of the sessions and said, "I've found my confidence. I am no longer going to rely on the government to support my children." And she went in and started to re-educate herself and actually now work and support herself, grow her children. And the organization have worked also to support her. So while she was growing those children, and to make sure that she was successful in what she wanted to do, we also counsel the children when they fell into difficult areas and actually nurture them. And one of her daughters also now work for the BBC as a journalist.
Really?
And the other one have now become a professional nanny, as well as she does her music. And Mom herself has now found herself into writing and have made her first album.
Good Lord. Goodness.
Yes, so...
How wonderful to hear that. How wonderful that. Ladies, thank you so much for doing this interview. So, as you can see, nopa.org.uk is a fascinating and very worthwhile organisation to support. So we at positivebritain.co.uk and ALB UK Television are very happy to support such an organisation like this, and we hope to be able to do more interviews with this wonderful organisation soon. Goodbye for now.